Hi, and welcome to Sparkles, a place where crafting often gets messy. Um, I'm actually not working on Paper Pumpkin today. It's Friday, so I get to stay up a little bit later. I can afford to be tired tomorrow. Um, so what I've done is I stayed up and I have completed my very first Diamond Art Club Randall Spangler Dragon, or Dragling, sorry. Uh, this artist comes from. I know the draglings back from the cross stitch community. As a teenager, I used to do a lot of cross stitch. Now, um, it's a little bit harder with my eyes and stuff. Um, Somehow or other, it seemed so much easier back then. And so, um, diamond painting is kind of like modern cross stitch. Instead of using thread and needles, you're using resin or acrylic diamonds on a sticky background. It's like what happened if, quite frankly, it's what happens when cross stitch meets paint by numbers in a overseas factory mass produced type of way. Um, but they're sparkly, they're pretty, um, they're a little bit easier to do than cross stitch. They definitely work up faster, and I like the big, pretty color images. So this is my very first Diamond Art Club. It's licensed artwork, so that puts the price up. So it's this was a big project for me, something I had to save up for. It's taken weeks and weeks to do, lots and lots of hours, but it is absolutely gorgeous. And so what I'm going to do to finish it once I take off the washi tape is give all of the diamonds a good cleaning with a nice soft toothbrush, and then I think I will paint the edge with possibly a navy blue or even a very dark army or forest green, I think. I don't think I want to go straight black. I think I want to go something dark but not quite black, and to cover up all the edges. And then I will finish it up and hang it on the wall. So, review of this kit. I love the image. I love the fact that it was rendered by hand, so that means that at some point a person other than a computer got involved, so you can do things like read the word starty in short story. I did change the IE in story to a Y because I wanted it to be spelled correct. There are a couple areas where there's some green highlights in there, mostly in this cup handle, that I may actually end up going back and changing, and surprisingly enough, this bright blue over here I also might end up going through and changing, but I really like it. And the other thing is that now that I've completed the kit, I am left with just containers of these diamonds, which is the small pieces of resin, and they're nice and sparkly. And I've got a few ideas for what to do with those. I'm actually thinking that they would make some great little highlights, stars, little points of interest on cards. And I've got lots and lots of them to play with. I'm also kind of thinking about what if I use them in some nice simple cross stitch patterns, like a monogrammed letter. And if I work that out carefully, I might be able to do that on some paper, and that could make some beautiful, beautiful textured card fronts. I'm just working out exactly how I want to accomplish double-sided tape, glue, things like that, mostly because do I want to fill an entire card front with diamonds? In which case double-sided tape would probably work better. Or do I want the option to do just the motif, in which case I might have to consider something more like a glue, because any of the exposed area of double-sided tape would probably, over time, collect dirt and just start to look really gross and wrong. So if anyone knows of a good way to remove double-sided tape with a very fine or custom shaping, because I would want to get right up to the diamonds, and those are pretty small. They're like a millimeter or something. They're quite small. There's like 10 to a 10 to a I want to say there's 12 to an inch. I also know that it makes a difference if they're round or square, how many there are to the inch. So, obviously it's bigger than working on cross stitch. This is probably about close to 2 feet by close to 3 feet of a picture. But, yeah, because if I can think of a good way to do little cross stitch motifs like monogram letters and the little Christmas things like candy canes and stockings and cute little Santa hats and stuff, and affix to that to the front of cards with some nice border work and a couple of nice stamped sentiments, that could be really nice. That could be a really fun jaunt to take. I like to craft in a lot of different areas, and often I like to take materials from one craft and bring them to another when I have leftovers. It helps my crafting budget stretch a lot farther, and it's really kind of fun to see how creative you can get. The other option that I could do with these diamonds is to make some like sensory slime or something for my daughter, which could be a cool science experiment. But there are lots of them, so maybe we could do both. That's going to be worth thinking about. Anyways, I did want to say I got the most beautiful comment on one of my videos. So, to the person who reached out and gave me the compliment on doing Paper Pumpkin my own way, thank you. I really appreciate it. It totally made me smile, and it just warmed my heart. I don't know. I craft so I stay sane, so thank you. I really appreciate it. With that, I just thought I'd say that, for my very first DAC kit, this was really cool. I really love the image. It's got good pop. There are a couple things that I may go in and still change, but I'm hoping to have this up on my wall in the next day or two once I can get it painted, hopefully tomorrow, and dried. So I don't think I will be sealing this one. It's got really excellent adhesive, and I really haven't had problems with the drills coming off, so that's really awesome. So thank you, and have a